So we're gonna shift to physics. Actually, I'm not done in general chemistry because general chemistry are too comprehensive, too wide. I'll just cut it off and let's go a little bit with physics. Okay? For anything else, you need to know that the father of modern physics is Isaac Newton. Okay? Famous in his three laws of motion, the law of inertia, the law of acceleration, and the law of interaction. Okay, three laws. But before going further, we need to focus first for forces. Actually, we need to study the first forces. Okay. Second, we have motion. Actually, may motion there's a lot below. There's acceleration. Okay, there's speed. There's velocity, something like that. There's an, shall we say, an impulse. Okay, and we have also we have momentum. Okay, like that. And then acceleration also, there's another subcomponents of acceleration. Okay, acceleration due to gravity, like that. Okay. Speed also, speed of sound, speed of light. Okay, something like that. Velocity, okay, you know that one also. Impulse, okay, it's gonna be talking with the force with respect to time. Momentum, talking about the mass and the velocity. These are all under with motion. Meaning to say, force is a motion only, right? And then number three, we need to study the energy. Only like this. Really, physics is the branch of science that deals with the study of matter and energy. Okay, so it doesn't talk more on changes, chemical reactions, something like that. So to be general meaning wide coverage. General chemistry is more wide coverage compared to physics. Okay, like that, and more on physical can be shall I say, can be easily interpreted compared to general chemistry because general chemistry are going deeper to the things that we cannot see from elementary particles, sub-elementary particles. That but physics really we can really uh, troubleshoot to extract what's going on. It's too physical. Okay, get the point? I don't know how to say it, but for me, I found difficulty in physics. It looks like physics is more easy compared to chemistry, but I'm not convenient more with physics. I'm really on chemistry. Sorry. Okay, but it's balanced, but I really love general chemistry lecture. But let's touch physics also because admittedly also this is also one of the subjects that I have a good grades apart from chemistry. Okay, like that. So we're gonna talk about forces, motion, and energy. Motion composed of acceleration, speed, velocity, input, momentum. Now, where does the gravitational force? Okay, of course, it's under the force, right? Gravity, force, gravity. Okay, which the 9.81 meter per second squared, 32.2 feet per second squared. Those are the constants of acceleration due to gravity. Force directed downward to the Earth's surface, right? So we need to study forces pala siya. Okay, so that's only an overview. Now I have, I have problem solving. Charot. Okay, I expect you guys that you know already the formula for this, huh? Okay, I don't want to discuss the entire theory and concept for this. Okay, question number one. Okay, like this. Two spheres, some two spheres, only two spheres located at a distance of 5 centimeters attract one another with a force of 3 millimeter. Wow, bongga. If one of them has 3 times more charge than the other, find the electric force between them. Okay, so it's also one kind of a force. right? So, by the way, we need to categorize the force so that we can understand, right? So, actually, we put this into a scenario between a combination of physics and chemistry. We have a lot of forces also studying in chemistry, and we have also a lot of forces studying in physics, and we need to combine. Okay, so forces in chemistry plus physics, right? Ako yung attach ang chemistry, no? Okay, because sometimes it being touched also because it deals with electrons, especially the magnetic field and electric field in the law of, magnetism, something like that. Okay? So we need to touch a little bit because electrons flow is very important in magnetism coverage in physics. Okay, forces, physics plus chemistry, mga palangga, kumita. Okay, what are those? Forces driven by objects, as simple as this, and then forces driven by ions and molecules. Okay? Wow. Ganun lang siya. Objects, more on the physics. Ions and molecules, more on chemistry, class. Okay. And then, under objects, there's a lot. Okay, you're gonna be talking with the contact force. Okay, contact forces, there's a lot. Okay, and then ions and molecules, we'll be talking about different kinds of long-range forces. Okay, for example, the chemical reactions, blah blah blah, so and some more on the chemicals. Okay, aspects in chemistry. So ganun lang siya. Okay, later we will be able to discuss one by one, but it will take, I think, I don't think so. How many months to finish? Because, for example, object, you're gonna be talking about frictional force. There's a lot also discussion of frictional force, blah blah blah, so and so, problem solving, even though only one force. And I think there's gonna be 15 types of forces, and 17, including oh no, 20, including the Van der Waals weak forces, London dispersion forces, the force, meaning the deep forces, in which these kinds of forces are not discussed in classroom instruction. Okay, in our subject, in our college. This is deeper, deep. Okay, profound. Okay, meaning to say complex, high level of complexity. Charot. Okay, and we have the Caisson forces. Wow. Ano ba yun? So, pero babi naman, Caisson. Okay, so ganun siya. Unfamiliar forces that we encounter in our day-to-day life. Daily attitude. Something like that. Okay? Ganon. Okay, chart. Okay? Now, what is being asked? Go back to the problem. What is being asked here? Electric force between them. Ganon. So, actually, this is electric force. Okay, electric force. Then how can we differentiate electric force between electrostatic force? We need to differentiate, right? Between electric force and electrostatic force. Okay, how can we do this? Define. So Taro, define and differentiate between electric force and electrostatic force. Okay, ganon siya. Electric force is based on force of attraction. The repulsive and attractive forces, okay, between electrically charged particles in motion, meaning movement. The electric force. Okay. Electrostatic force, because of the word static, stationary, stagnant, not moving, not dynamic, right? Something like that. So electrostatic force, meaning to say, same story, it is a force of attraction between repulsive meaning repel, repulsive and attractive forces between electrically charged particles at rest. The difference only between the rest and the motion. When we mean motion, it is moving, that is electric force. When it is static, stationary, stagnant, not moving, is electrostatic force. And you can easily differentiate. Both, they are following the same general formula, which is equal to F. You can see also F or EC, because EC is electrostatic and EF is only electric force, but the same. Just put that F, okay, is equals to that's why our K is also electric charge constant or electrostatic constant or electrostatic force constant, right? Again, our K here, our constant here is electrostatic force constant or electric, okay, force constant because of this definition. Okay, and then we introduce another terminology, the same meaning, which is the Coulomb's law constant. Take note, in the examination in the future, these three terminologies will be changed. Either mentioned there in the problem. Sometimes you will use the Coulomb's law constant, and then you are not familiar with the Coulomb's law constant. It's just the same with electric charge constant and electrostatic charge constant. Okay? Get electrostatic force constant, right? So this is K, okay, the charge Q1, Q2 over the distance R raised to the power 2. How can we interpret this in illustration? Ganon, okay? So if we have like this, if we try attractive force, okay, first, because there are two as I told you a while ago, right? Attractive and repulsive. So attractive meaning this is object 1, let's see, molecule 1, atom 1, say, example only. Oh my gosh. Okay? Object 2, mga palangga kong hitad. Okay? Okay, so nahurot ang akong charge sa akong microphone, mga palangga kong hitad. Okay, madungog ko din yung mga palangga. Diba? Okay, so we're gonna be putting here with object 1 with a charge Q1 and object 2 with a charge Q2. Since we are talking about, let's say, attractive force, electric attractive force, meaning they are going towards each other. Ganon. So EF. Okay, like that. So your distance will be in the center. R, okay, and then your FC is also in the center, okay, like this. Now if you try to take repulsive, okay, electric repulsive force, it's gonna be like the same story, object 1 Q1 but repel, okay, like that, repel, okay, they repel with each other, so the electric charge will repel, going to the left and the other going to the right. Okay? Like that. But the same distance covered. Okay? And the electric force also computation will be the center. Okay? Now, take note in our problem. Okay? See? Two spheres located at a distance of 5 centimeter attract. Meaning to say we will use the electric attractive force in the first scenario. So we need to erase the other one. Okay? In our illustration. Okay? Ganon. Okay. Now, if I say this electric force, okay, we don't use yet the electrostatic force. Because the electrostatic force mainly focusing on the, on the covalent molecular compound. Why, Sir Sotero? Because as you can see, mga palangga, covalent molecular compound have the same charge. Something like that. When they have the same charge, mga palangga, they will not really move. Okay? Because they have the same charge, meaning static. You get the point? So electrostatic, okay, forces will be there. But here, electric force will be here. Okay? But we are dealing with object, not with molecules. Okay? Because this is physics, right? Okay, now 5 centimeter, this is your R automatically. Your R will be your D, is just okay, bitik na na siya. Bitik. The D is also your R. Okay, so 5 centimeter. Okay, and then with the force of, this is now your electric force. This is not electrostatic as I told you. Okay, this is electric force. Okay? So dapat pakamod ka, sa electric force, sa electrostatic force. Okay? Electric force is 3 N. Okay, ganon. Okay, now if one of them has 3x more than the other, so for example, Q1, okay, and then they said 3 times over the other, they say Q2 is 3Q1, meaning 3 times over the other. Kung sa mo balingon, yung kana, Q2 is 3Q1 and Q1 is equals to 3Q2. It depends on the situation. Okay? Only treating which among them. Okay? Because it said, if one of them has 3 times more charge than the other, okay? Ganon. Since Q1 and Q2 are charges. Okay? Like that. So, substitute na tayo mga palangga ang hitag. Okay. Go. Okay. How much is our electric charge constant or the Coulomb's law constant? By the way, before going further, this study was discovered by, okay, Charles Augustine Coulomb in 1785. Mr. Charles Augustine Coulomb died in August 6, 1806, based on my research. Meaning to say, the span of the study through electric charge and Coulomb's law span at from 1785 to 1806 because namatay na siya in 1806, August 6, 1806, he died. So, from 17th century to 18th century, it runs for his study about electromagnetism, blah blah blah, ganon, okay, electric force, electrostatic charge, and the Coulomb's law. Actually, this is under with the Coulomb's law, ganon. So, 8.99 times 10 to the 9, mga palangga kung hitag to. Okay, Newton meter squared, Coulomb squared, okay. And then you said Q1 then times 3Q1, right? And then the R will be your 5 centimeter, convert that to meter because, you know, we have the meter in the numerator, okay? And then convert 5 centimeter, it's gonna be moving to 1, 2, 0.05. So 0.05 versus the power, I cannot do with my brain cells. I think it's gonna be, wait. Brain cells calculation. I think 2.5 raised to the power negative 3. Wow! Nakakaloka si June. Okay, 2.5 times 10 to the negative 2. Because it's very easy to deal with zeros. When you divide, when you multiply, your brain cells or your neurons will just work for that. No need for calculator sometimes. Okay? 2.5 times 10 to the negative 3. Okay, i-master din na ninyo. High school pa lang, you should master where to move in the left, to the right, and the exponent. What's the rule in the exponent? Or, for example, if your exponent is positive and you try to transpose this in the numerator, it will become positive. Negative will become positive, like that, blah, blah, blah. And a lot of things to consider. Okay? Ganon. Muna siya, guys. Okay, compute na mga palangga kung hitag. Chart. Okay? Pila siya. Calculator, please. Ganon. Okay. So, 3, napatay 3 millinewton guys. I-convert na rin natin 3 millinewton. Okay? 3 millinewton. And then, okay, 1 millinewton is equals to 10 exponential to the negative 3 Newton. Cancel millinewton, cancel millinewton. Move 3 places to the left. 1, 2, 3. So 0.003. Okay, estimation. Okay, no need calculator. Okay? Ganon, mga palangga kong hitad. Okay? Wow, perfect. Okay, times 0.003 is equals to 7.5 times 10 to the negative 6 chuba chuchu is equal to, okay, maklaro ninyo guys mga palang akong board, whiteboard. Okay, Q1 times 3Q1 multiplication, 3Q1 raised to the power 2, right? Okay, 3Q1 raised to the power 2, and then, okay, wala siya may tapunin ng hidayuna. Okay? Wait, atong klarohon because gamay natin space. There's limited space in my whiteboard. Okay? 7.5 times 10 to the negative 6. Okay, ganon chuba-chuchu. So 3. Okay, so 3 times 8.99 exponent. Positive 9 times 3 is equal to, oh my gosh, nakakaloka. 8.99 exponent to the 9, diba? Okay, times 3. Oh, diba? So 2.697 ang mga palangga. Kumita. 2 times 10 to the 10. Q1 squared. Oh my gosh. To solve for Q1 is equals to square root, right? 7.5 exponent to the negative 6 divided by 2.697 exponent to the 10 is equal to 2.781 times 10 to the negative 6. Mga palangga komunidad, square root pa yun na siya. So it's gonna be 1.67 times 10 to the negative 8. Are you sure mga palangga komunidad? Yes. Okay, Q1 is equals to 1.67 times, okay, 10 to the negative 8, and this is gonna be coulomb. Okay, the unit of electric charge is coulomb. Ganon. And then since we have Q2 is equals to 3Q1, it's gonna be the charge of the object 2Q2 is equal to 3 times 1.67 times 10 to the negative 8. So therefore we conclude that, okay, we get have 5.002 times 10 to the negative 8 coulomb. Ganon. Okay. Negative coulomb. So, muna na siya ating substitute sa atong equation. Now, guys, find the electric force. So, mubalik ka sa electric force. Okay? Ganon. So, if you will never think that much, then you will be confused also. We will do again the equation back. Because the purpose of the first equation is only to get the charge of the individual object in the two spheres. Ganon. Okay, so we have now F's electric charge. Okay, again, 8.99 times 10 to the 9. So just memorize that. Oh my gosh, the electric charge constant is 8.99 times 10 to the 9. Ganon. And then Newton meter squared, coulomb squared. Ganon. Okay, like that. Okay? Ganon. Then Q1 mga palangga kung hitad, 7 times 10 to the negative 8. Okay, 5.602, no, 0027 times 10 to the negative 8. Ganon. Over 0.05 raised to the power 2. Pila na siya mga palangga. Okay? Go. Calculator to the highest level. 5.002 exponent negative 8. We cannot estimate this because there's a lot of exponential. Times 1.67 exponent negative 8 is equals to times 8.99 exponent to the 9 is equals to divided by 2.5 exponent to the 3. Diba? Okay. Review for the second time. If you feel that it's very huge, it's very less, something wrong, something like that, in the benefit of the doubt. 0.7 times the exponent to negative 8 times 5.002 exponent negative 8 and then times 8.99 exponent to the 9 divided by 2.5 exponent to the negative 3. Okay, we have 4.85. Okay, is our FC. And this is gonna be ano na siya, Newton. If we have a force of 3 millinewton, then let's analyze 3 and then it will become F. So let's check because 3 milli lang, then we have the Newton of 4.85. It looks like far because this 4 and 5 is Newton and this one is 3. Okay? You get the point mga palangga. Attract one another with a force of ganon. It looked like huge, right? But anyhow, only 1 point, but it's compute again. Take note guys, milli. And your answer is Newton. But first, only one digit also. Did there's something wrong, right? Check again. Ganun siya mga palangga. Okay, so 5.002 exponent negative 8 times 1.67 exponent to the negative 8 also, right? Mga palangga kong hitad. Okay? Ganun ba? Yes. Charot. Okay? Times 8.99 exponent to the 9 divided by 2.5 exponent to the negative 3 is equals to ganon. So, 3 times 10 to the negative 3. Okay, this is wrong. I share with you, this is 3 times 10 to the negative 3. Okay, ganon. The force which is near also to 3 here. Because this is Newton, and then you move that 3 and it will become milli, right? Mga palangga, sumuna siya. You get the point? Ganon. So, it's gonna be like that. You get the point? Oh, diba? Any questions so far, mga palangga? Nothing? Or you still have question? Okay? If you don't have question, then okay na. Charot. Okay? So, muna tong answer. Did you calculate also? What is your answer? Okay, later calculate also, ha? Because maybe I'm wrong, then problem. Okay, ganun siya mga palangga. Okay. Because if I am wrong and I am doing the negative, wrong information. Charot. 7. Diba? So, let's be extra careful. Charot. Diba? Time 2.697. Ako yung ginagawa pag-ayo. Basig. Usang mo. Charot. Usang mo. It's equals to, okay, ganon. Okay. Then, charot. Okay. So, maragin siya, guys. Okay? Related siya. But when I review, 1.67 times negative, gamay na kasi different siya, guys. 1.48. Let's check, ha? Okay? Akong gibalik-balik, marag something wrong dyan siya. Okay? Ano ba na siya, guys? Mo yung balikon. Charot. Okay? Times 3 is equals to, oh, diba? Balikunin mo para waisang mo. Charot. Okay? And then, times, i-times para ka mo siya 3 mga palangga. Okay? Ganon. So, 3 times 1.147 exponent to the negative 8 mga palangga. Umitad, o muna siya. Then, times 1.67 exponent to 8 negative is equals to times 8.99 exponent 9 equals to divided by 2.5 exponent negative 3 is equals to, ganon siya. So, the final answer will be 0.00266 times 10 to the negative 3. Okay? So, if you move that one here, how much? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Diba? Move ba na siya? Ano? We'll move to the left. Okay? So, 2.07 milli. Ato ipariha siya sa original. So, mahimo siyang 2.07 millinewton. Okay, yan force. 2.07 millinewton. Oh, now, explain now. Find the electric force between them. So, the 2.07 milliliter. It is okay. Why? Because it is the electric force between them. Okay, so we need to say between them. So, it's gonna be less than 3, right? Get the point? It's not, that's why I repeat, because it's more than 3, and it's force between them. The English, interpretation will not be correct. So if it is between them, it's lesser than 3 millinewton. That's why we have 2.07 millinewton, right? You get the point, mga palangga kung hitado, ganon. So it will be our answer. Charot. Shh. Okay, any questions so far? Nothing. Okay? Okay. Don't memorize, ha? Okay? Problem solving should not memorize. Okay? You will only memorize the formulas and equations. Okay, problem solving and derivation should not be memorized. Only the standards, formulas, and equations to be memorized. Now, during the problem solving, it depends on your analysis. Okay? But if you want really also to copy how it is being solved, it's okay. Okay? That would be added points for you, but sometimes it will be modified. That's why. Okay? Like that. Okay, now going to the forces as promised a while ago, right? So we have now like forces. Okay. Ganon. So we have, but before that, we go to the basic formula of forces. What are those formula of forces? Okay, so we need to take the forces. How can we get forces? We can get that through pressure, right? So pressure is equals to force over area. Then we can say force is equals to pressure over area. So this is one. Okay. Number two. So it's gonna be the second law of Isaac Newton. Force is equals to mass times acceleration. Right? Okay. What else? Force in terms of, this is maximization of the formulas of forces. Then we need to correlate all. And then third, we're gonna be using the weight, we're gonna use the impulse, right? Impulse is equals to force times time, and therefore force is equals to impulse over time, right? Okay, what else? Number four, it's gonna be a work, right? So work is equals to force times distance, so therefore force is equals to work over distance. Right? Okay. What else? Kanara ba siya? No, gravitation, right? For example, the gravitation forces. Guys, the weight will just be equal to gravitational force if the object will fall downward or if the object directed downward. So if we have the formula W is equal to the mass and the acceleration to gravity, then we can also say force is equal to the mass times acceleration due to the gravity, because the unit is Newton. The weight, the unit is Newton, not kilogram, because kilogram, grams, masses. Get the point? So that's why this is the situation that the weight and the gravity force are related. But take note, only for the vertical force. It's not for the horizontal, it's not for the perpendicular, it's not for the forces that involved in angle of inclination. Like that, right? For 30 degrees object, so to push the table in a 30 degrees uphill. Ganon. Calculate the force applied. So you will consider the angle of inclination. Something like that. You get the point? So it's not like that. This kind of force only directed downward. There's no angle of inclination. Okay? You get the point? So another formula also of force. Force is equals to acceleration due to gravity times the mass. Gi-maximize na po tayo ng mga planggahan. Number 6, another equation of force. Let's say, stock knowledge. Okay, force. I think we can get that also with Albert Einstein theory of relativity. I think so. Albert Einstein theory of relativity through times and space in outer space. Oh my gosh, let's try. No, it's not, because it's already derivation. What I'm trying to say here is direct through the formula, for example. For example, Albert Einstein of equation of Albert Einstein, E is equals to mc squared siya. Wala man siya force directly. Though we can derive, because force is equals to mass of acceleration, then F over A. It's not like that. What I want trying to emphasize, direct force. Okay? Like that. So number 6 is we're gonna try to consider of course, the electric force, right? It's gonna be atong gibuhat ganina. Electric charge constant, Q1, Q2 over R squared. Ganon. Okay, what else? Okay, centripetal force, gravitational force, computation. This force is very important to determine the distance. For example, I will measure the distance of Earth towards the Sun. What is the distance? Like that, blah, 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 so and so. Do you know, guys, why the Earth has a very high gravitational force or gravity? Because we are very, very far from the sun. Okay? So the more the distance is very far from the sun, the more the gravity will increase. So, dili ta manglupad. If we are very, very near to the sun, the gravity is less. So, mga kuanta, manglupad tang tanan. Okay? You get the point. Something like that. That's the reason that the nearest planet, right? I think it's Mercury. I forgot, guys. The nearest planet in the solar system is Mercury, ba? I don't know. Because Pluto is the farthest planet on the Earth, towards the sun. Meaning to say, no people exist in Mercury. Okay? Because of that reason also. Apart from weather, like that, land surface, water, the number of moons, like that. Another reason, nobody will exist there because very, very, very less gravity. Because the distance is very near to the center of the sun. Okay? Like that. So we have gravitational force in the solar system is equals to the gravity constant. What is the gravity constant for this? Mr. Isaac Newton discovered this also apart from his 3 laws of motion. It's gonna be, nakakaloka, 6.67 times 10 to the negative 11 tempasa. Newton meters squared, kilogram squared. Oh, ganon. Then, times the mass of the object M1, M2 over R squared. Doon kami siya sa electric charge or electric force equation. But here, the masses. Okay? We can relate this also to object. Okay? But this is more on the planet 1, planet 2, like that. Okay? Earth, Venus, ganon. Oh. The mass of the Venus, ganon. The mass of the Earth, ganon. What is the distance towards the Sun? Charot. Diba? Muna siya magamit niya siya na equation. Okay? Actually, driven ni siya ni Johannes Kepler prior to Isaac Newton. Nagsabot-sabot rin isang tulo. Si Johannes Kepler, si Isaac Newton, ug si Albert Einstein. But kay Albert Einstein really, theory of relativity through space and time in the solar system. Ganon. That's why we have the standard speed of light. The speed of light travels at 3 times 10 raised to the power 8 meter per second. That is the speed of light. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 maximum formulas of force. Not derivation, direct. Okay, so in this 7 number of formulas, you can try to use this in problem solving which is appropriate. Like that. Okay? Ganon. So wala pa niya siya katong inclination. Wala pa niya siya inclination chupa-chucho. Number 8. Okay? Ganon. Inclination na din ka. Work is equals to force. Okay, ganon-ganon chupa-chucho. Cosine theta D. I think D, right? So magkuha sa magpatagoras at nakalimot man ko. So Pythagoras theorem, ganon. So this is the base, this is the height, and this is the angle of inclination. So if you take the cosine, so cosine theta, cosine theta is equals to, may nakakaloka, h over b. Okay, therefore, h is equals to cosine b. Therefore, then let b is equal to your distance. Okay, so meaning to say, okay, work is equals to force cosine d. Okay, like the theta. Okay, ganon. Work is equals to force times cosine theta times distance based on the Pythagoras theorem of the law of right triangle. Pythagoras theorem in algebra. Okay, like that. So, ganon. So, we have 8 formulas. Ang last, katong na mga angle-angle, chuba-chucho. Uy, napachilusa guys! Bito ko makalimot. Tempasa, okay. Okay, the Hawk's law, the spring force law, nakatong niingon siya. Tempasa, uy, nakalimot ko 20 years ago. Spring force is equal to, tempasa, brain cells, go! 1, 2, 3. F is equal, tempasa guys, uy, nakalimot yung ko ay. Tempasa, give me 30 seconds. Tempasa, uy, kaloka. Okay, ang dudrawing sa ko ha, para may lumduman ako. Kung nanatay spring Ingana, pamasabtan ako. Sometimes guys, we will forget the formula. If we sketch that one, we can remember. If this is a spring and being stretched, and this is the original length of your spring, right? And it is being stretched like this, okay? And as I remember before, there's an X, the distance covered. So this is your original X once, wala pa siya ni irog. Wala pa ni mag-iinat ang spring. Okay, we have X1. After giinat ni mo ang spring, so ano ba siya? So it's gonna be X1 to X2, right? So let's gonna be try this as any variable lang siya. Let's say Y. Charot. And then, tempasa guys ha. So there are two forces also for this, right? So forces going to the right and force also going to the left. Force going to the direction forward and force going to the returning. Returning? Backward force? Returning talaga. Okay? So negative ang backward force. Okay? And then positive yung forward force. Inikainap. Inikabalik, negative siya. Right? So it's gonna be force times the distance covered sa iyang inat difference is equals to Y times the Hawke's law constant. Ay, ganito pala siya. Okay. Force is equals to the difference of the distance upon stretching times the Hawke's law constant. Ganon. Ganon siya sa spring or the elasticity theory. Okay? Nakalimbre mo na ito may mga Hawke's law constant. Iinapin mo ang spring. Calculate. Ganon na yun. O, diba? Physics. Okay. Number 9 is equals to the force times the difference of the distance after stretching the spring times the Hawke's law constant K. Nakakaloka. Okay? So 9. 9 lang sa uy. Actually, there are a lot pa siya siguro katong mga sa bulan ni mga kuan, mga transport phenomena, but never mind. Okay? Nakakaloka. 9 lang sa mga basic na forces ha. Okay? Then, kung magdukduot ka og mga object, ari diri sa F cosine theta, nya diri F object lang ba? Pero kung mga electrons nya mga particle diri sa 6 and 7. Kung mga pressure chuba-chucho diri sa F is equals to pressure times area. Okay? Now, kung sa mga impulse with time as a reference, then F is equals to the chuba-chucho. In terms also of gravity, then force is equals to the mass times the acceleration to gravity. Then perfect. Choose the correct force based on the problem solving you're trying to solve. Right? Any questions so far for this? Okay, if you don't have any questions mga palangga, then you can comment down below in the comment section. Then you can share my video if you really want to do so. I will be happy for that. And then you can subscribe my channel. Okay, and then you can also click the notification bell for some news updates that I'm saying. Thank you guys for watching my YT videos, mga kapatid, mga hitag kong kapatid, mga palangga. Okay? Thank you. Bye-bye. God bless.